is possible for this to happen. So after the people,
according to NADCOM, a staggering 12,633 people were displaced in North Tongo alone. I support the call for an inquiry to investigate what the cause of this man-made disaster was, because we all are aware that VRA has the capacity to measure the inflows into the lake and is also able to annually project the releases that come from the Bagri Dam in Burkina Faso. So it should have been possible to know that with the excessive rainfall that took part in the northern part of this country, including the volumes that were expected to come from the Bagri Dam, releases or spillage from the lake should have started much earlier than they did. An inquiry will allow us to learn lessons from this disaster in order that it does not occur again. And that's why I urge the Speaker of Parliament, after he ruled that there should be a public inquiry, I urge him to go ahead and set up the committee, so that a bipartisan committee, so that it can hold a public inquiry. This inquiry must be televised so that the whole of Ghana can see it transparently, in order that we know exactly what happened, so that it will not be repeated again. Me appeal to the President, Nana Akufo-Addo, and his Vice President, Dr. Mahama, to be more responsive and sensitive to the plight of the victims of the Akosombo Dam spillage, and immediately get to work to commence resettling the victims. The insensitivity of government to the plight of these victims is unacceptable. This disaster occurred in September last year, precisely September 15th. And we're in February 2024, nearly 5 clear months after the disaster began. And clearly, government does not empathize with the plight of the people affected by this particular disaster. 5 months of governmental neglect offends the directive principles of state policy in the 1992 Constitution. It also offends the oath that the President and his Vice President swore at Independence Square on 7th January. Clearly, when the President visited, he meant it when he said that he was only here because of the oath he swore as President, and not because the people of this area vote for him in elections. Our occupants are expected to remain in residence until a more permanent location is found for them. That is, if government eventually wakes up and comes to the aid of the people of Mepe. After everybody has been properly resettled and this place becomes vacant, our intention will be to convert it into a training institution, like a nursing training institute, so that the young girls of Mepe and other areas can come here to train as nurses.
We have the honor and privilege to cut a cake and dedicate this building for the resettlement of the victims of the Akosombo spillage. May the love with which this building has been put up encompass all the victims who settled in there, and may they find comfort and solace from the trauma that they have gone through. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
I'll be remiss if I do not re-echo the sentiments of our revered chiefs. You have heard the Volta Regional House of Chiefs. You have heard Togbe Manklalo. We are still waiting for the central government to commence the construction of resettlement homes. How long are people going to be living like refugees in their own country, in their own hometown? How long? How long are we going to be living in tents? Very soon, the rainy season will be upon us. Those tents cannot save us. So His Excellency Nana and Vice President, remember your oath of office. The oath of office that they swore enjoins them to be fair to all manner of persons. I just want to ask, is it fair that 5 months and counting, displaced persons, no fault of theirs, they have committed no crimes, they are still living in tents? Yes, thanks to Fair Sky, we delivered the first 300. Today we are delivering the first 300, but that's only 600. According to NADMO, 12,633 people were displaced. So we have only taken care of the number on top of the 12,000. That is why the central government's role. We are all taxpayers. As a member of parliament, I know that every year we approve what is known as a contingency. Under Article 177 of the Constitution, the contingency fund is supposed to take care of emergency situations of this nature. Where is the money approved for the contingency fund? And when will the 2024 allocation be released? We want to renew our appeal. And the Interministerial Committee, please come and meet us. Come and engage us. Come and have a session with our chiefs, with the Volta Regional House of Chiefs. VRA, it is unacceptable that after numerous invitations from our Regional House of Chiefs, you have not honored the invitation. That is why I look forward to the parliamentary inquiry, because we have never seen anything on this scale. VRA has been discharging since 1968. The last one was in 2010. We never saw this level of devastation. Something went amiss this time. And I'm not going to prejudice a parliamentary inquiry, but I look forward to it, and I hope my colleagues in the House will expedite action. I know the Right Honourable Speaker is passionate about this. He has ruled that there will be an inquiry into this disaster, and I hope it comes soon so that justice